ConfigureOne Seamless Integration. The standard integration is available for Epicor versions 9 and 10. The product is a .NET application that utilizes web services to provide seamless integration between ConfigureOne and Epicor. Out of the box, this supports quote-to-order as well as direct order processing. The standard integration will provide the ability to synchronize data between Epicor and ConfigureOne. Epicor part data will be synced into ConfigureOne's item master, while customers, contacts, and ship-tos will be managed in Epicor and automatically updated in ConfigureOne. The integration will also detect when quotes and orders are built within ConfigureOne, and the updated quote and order information will automatically be sent to Epicor.
Welcome to a demonstration of ConfigureOne CPQ and Epicenter's integration of ConfigureOne and Epicor. ConfigureOne is the leading configure price quote solution for manufacturers. Configure price quote is often referred to as CPQ. ConfigureOne enables you to configure, price, and quote your complex customizable goods. ConfigureOne is used by your customers, your extended sales channels such as your dealers and distributors, your internal sales teams, and your customer service. ConfigureOne delivers many benefits to manufacturers just like you. Those manufacturers produce quotes and orders with greater accuracy and consistency, and they are confident that their most complex products are configured and priced correctly. ConfigureOne will automatically generate pricing, quotes and proposals, bills of materials, routings, real-time 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional images, to scale CAD drawings, images, and models, and technical submittals and order confirmation documents. Epicenter has an integration solution for Epicor 9 and 10 that supports the quote and order processes. This allows quotes and orders to flow from CPQ to ERP. Let's run through a brief demonstration of the ConfigureOne CPQ solution. I will play the role of a salesperson who needs to configure, price, and quote a piece of complex equipment. I will begin by logging in with a username and a password. I will land on my home screen. ConfigureOne can create individual configurations, quotes, and orders. I will begin by creating a new quote. I will give this quote a unique name to make it easier to find later. Then I will assign this quote a customer. That customer record comes from Epicor through Epicenter's integration. We can now decide what the proposal will look like by selecting a quote template and assigning a price book. Now let's move on to line items. This quote begins empty, so it is our job to add configure items to it. I will begin by selecting my product configurator, which in this case is a freight truck. We are now in ConfigureOne's configuration interface. The configuration interface is where you prompt your users for the various features and options of your configurable product. You can set up these screens and the rules yourself with some simple-to-use web-based administrative pages. The configuration interface enforces these rules to prevent your users from picking incompatible options. What we are seeing right now is Real-Time 2D. Real-Time 2D creates images that update in real time as the user makes selections. In this example, I have made my truck too wide. ConfigureOne informs me of my mistake. This warning is the result of a rule. This warning is not a hard stop, so I will dismiss it and continue. Let's make a few more selections. I will pick the 3-panel swing door, plywood construction, and red paint. And now Real-Time 2D shows me the immediate impact of my selections. ConfigureOne can also filter options. In this example, I have many different walk ramps. I tell ConfigureOne that I'm only looking for 12-foot walk ramps that attach with a hook and are 29 inches wide, and my long list of walk ramps is immediately filtered down to just one. As we progress through this configuration, ConfigureOne will generate a bill of material. This dynamically generated bill of material is created by the rules that you set up in ConfigureOne. This bill of material will then be sent on to Epicor. Now that we've made all of our selections, let's take a look at our results. ConfigureOne can generate a wide variety of results. This includes reports, routings, bills of material, and more. Let's take a look at this bill of material. It consists of item masters arranged into a product structure. Those item masters came from Epicor. We also have those images that we created earlier in real-time 2D. These real-time 2D images will then be used in proposal and order confirmation documents. I am satisfied with this configuration, so let's add this configuration to our quote. We are now looking at our quote line items screen. On this screen we can see the price, cost, and margin. We can also make adjustments to the quantity and discounting. ConfigureOne is a fully internationalizable system. I can generate proposals in different currencies and in different languages. I will build the proposal now so that I may share it with my prospect. ConfigureOne has a robust document generation engine, and you have full control over the appearance of your proposal documents. Like the configurator itself, the quote templates can have rules, and in this example, I am pointing out to my prospect that the truck that they have requested is quite wide, and they may need to obtain permits. Quotes can contain other information. This would include things like parts lists, images from real-time 2D, and brochures from other components that are part of the configuration. Now that we have completed this quote, we can send it automatically from ConfigureOne. Let's imagine that it's a few days later and our prospect has contacted us and indicated that they want to order this item. We simply go to our Quotes tab in ConfigureOne. We see the quote that we were working on, and we convert this quote into an order. Once we do this, we can make further adjustments if necessary, or we can send the order on to Epicor. In addition to the real-time two-dimensional graphics that we saw earlier, ConfigureOne offers a number of solutions for three-dimensional graphics. In this example, I will run through a configurator that is connected to a CAD system. I will configure this hydraulic cylinder, and at the end, the CAD system will automatically generate results for me. This will include outputs like images and detailed drawings. It is important to remember that the CAD software is running on the ConfigureOne server and not the user's local laptop. This means that all users can have the benefits of automatically generated CAD drawings. In addition to creating three-dimensional graphics with CAD, ConfigureOne has real-time three-dimensional graphics directly in the configurator. In this example, I will run through the configuration of an electrical box. As I make my selections, notice that the image to the right is updating instantly, and I can zoom, pan, and rotate that three-dimensional image. The image has realistic lighting, shadows, and materials. I can view the real-time 3D image within the configurator or full screen. The Epicenter integration solution for ConfigureOne offers synchronization of static and dynamic data. Static data includes part masters, customers, customer contacts, and customer addresses. The synchronization process is triggered when these records are updated in Epicor. Dynamic data synchronization between ConfigureOne and Epicor includes quotes and orders. When sending quotes and orders to Epicor, the Epicenter solution will also send the necessary configurations and methods of manufacturer. This synchronization is triggered when a quote or an order is built within ConfigureOne. Thank you for your time and attention. For more information, please speak with the Epicenter team.